Doc Loves the Kids, a local Kitsap County nonprofit organization established in 2015, whose mission is to provide activities, programs, and community support for at-risk youth.
They put the you in community.
Doc Loves the Kids.
Welcome to Uncommon Courtesy,
where we give you the courtesy of conversation
that's uncommonly spoke of.
I'm D-Mac.
I'm Wesley.
And this is the show. Hey, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Don't forget to catch us on our other shows, Plays and Parlays, UFC with LT, The Friday Fix, and Civil Discourse. Ooh, almost didn't get them all out there, sir.
I seen that there, but you handled your business, man. That's all that mattered, man. That memory right there speaks volumes. What kind of rhymes with memory, but not really? Mamdani?
Mamdani.
Right now, Mamdani then pulled it off. It sounds like you may have pulled it off in New York. I'm not sure. I know you have the story on it.
I got the story here. You know, it's funny. He got the endorsement. Como got the endorsement from Trump. And Mamdani was like, I know that's what you've been waiting for. You worked hard for that, didn't you? I was like, damn.
Hey, I had to actually tell people, I don't want to get into it, but that was a 12th, was that 13th hour you want to call it, whether you call it 25th hour fucking endorsement right there that he just got from them.
Let's talk about this. We on it. We on it right now. Yo, Mamdani was the New York City mayoral race, a historic victory for progressives. Zohran Mamdani will be the next mayor of New York City, becoming the first Muslim and person of South Asian descent, as well as the youngest in over a century to hold the position. The 34-year-old Ugandan-born Democratic Socialist defeated former New York Governor Andrew Cuomo, who ran as an independent, and Republican Curtis Silwa in Tuesday's election, according to a race call by the Associated Press. It's a remarkable ascent for Mamdani, who was relatively unknown, the state assembly member representing Queens, when he entered the crowded mayoral race last year. He went on to win June's Democratic primary by 12% points, quickly becoming one of the country's most popular and polarizing politicians along the way. Yo, Queens runs your shit. Ask Russell Simmons. Anyway, excuse me, I cussed in early, but let's let him know. Queens runs.
Hey, that's a huge victory, man. This person's come out with so many different policy agendas that'll be, that'll basically spark the minds of other people who run for mayor in other states to kind of pick this up. Maybe even potential governors to pick this up. This is the first step towards a greater society in America. I know that we don't like the word socialism, and I'm not a socialist by far. I've always been a capitalist, but I believe the capitalist system has failed us. I believe people have figured that out. Foreign governments have figured that out. Now they have money in our elections. They're buying off our politicians. It's been going on for a long time. And this is one way that we start getting the money that we're actually taxed for. This is not the government's money. People say, oh, you just want something for free. How is that when I pay taxes on it? We all pay taxes. We're all a part of socialism as it is. Drive down your local road. I mean, look at your street signs. Look at your stoplights, your police force, your military. Everything around you is a part of a socialist, quasi-socialist agenda. It has it in there. That doesn't mean that we can't get things from our government, but a person who comes out and speaks positive of free transportation, helping out with lowering the cost of groceries for the average everyday American, as far as the people who live in his city, also looking at rent controls of some sort, because some of these things are just getting out of control. People can't live, and I'd like to see how some of this goes. I know it's not going to be easy for them, but I do think that it's a much needed fix.
It's a much needed change from what's going on. First of all, they don't like him because he's Muslim, which is crazy, because in America, you should be able to be whatever religion you want. Number two, the Democrats did not back him. They were pretty mad at him because he wouldn't go to Israel to meet somebody over there. And he was like, nah, I'll talk to the Jews here in New York. That's who I represent. I don't need to go over there. You know what I'm saying? Because who owns the establishment. And I think it's a good change. You know what I'm saying? Like, this election is showing, there's one, I think the lady in New Jersey won too, or was that Virginia? Virginia.
New Jersey.
And Virginia elects his first female governor too. A lot of people, you're sitting there, you're poor, you're hungry, your money ain't the same, your gas is high, your groceries are high. The king in the White House is telling you it's okay, it's fine, because he's not getting the right information. As you saw what happened, he doesn't even know who he's pardoning anymore. He said that
allegedly.
Allegedly.
I know that He,
you saw the
he's
video, did you?
no. What I'm saying is, he's alleging that he doesn't know that. I believe he's lying. That's what I mean by allegedly. So
either he's lying, they're putting stuff in front of him to sign, which it seems, because they've given him a couple executive orders and he doesn't even know what he's signing. He's just signing.
This guy has business dealings with his family that's made millions, if not billions of dollars already. This guy right here, the one who he's pardoned. You think he doesn't know who he's making millions, if not billions of dollars with already? Who has a huge business ties with already? This is Trump.
Think about right now. He's making so much money. He doesn't know where it's all coming from. He just knows he's making it. But the whole thing, he's on 60 Minutes as a president. Yeah, okay. Either he's lying.
He's one of the wealthiest men in the world. I mean, it's what I think he's
lying, Wes, or his dementia is kicking in. But that's neither here nor there. You know what I'm saying? Like right now, let's talk about the fallout right now. Because he said, Trump said if he gets elected, New York's not getting any federal funding. Okay. Governor of Texas said if he gets elected, anybody moving from New York to Texas is going to be hit with 100% tariff. You know what I'm saying? They try to do.
Isn't that a weird? That's a weird thing.
Election interference is what they're doing.
Absolutely. And I like the term. I like the exact terminology that you use right there. That's perfect terminology for it, because that's exactly what it is. When the man in the White House, top of the ticket, comes out and he says that the federal government will not fund your city. You know what I mean? I know people will come out and say, well, they did that to people who came out and were saying that they were gonna, not observe civil rights laws or do things for black people. And that's your argument to that. It speaks volumes to me. You know what I mean? That human rights violations are the same thing as a person's opinion. Not saying he's about to do anything to any group or people like that, but a person's opinion. It's the same as violating entire races' civil rights. That's probably be your argument, but let's continue.
Well, I mean, Donald Trump is like, as I've seen now, he's just a really sensitive little bitch. That's all I can say. It's like, bro, you have too much. There's too much going on in the world for you to be concerned with the little people, and the small things. But he just seems to be in everybody's business, just crying about something. He said something bad about me. I know that's against the law. We're gonna try to deport him. You're gonna get rid of you because you hurt my feelings. You're so sensitive, bro. You the president, you the leader of the free world. Grow a pair of balls, ignore it. You know what I'm saying? He just tells his ego and stuff. But I think this is good for New York. It's time for a change around America, because the change that's happening right now is not working out for everybody, as you can see. Federal workers ain't getting paid. Furlough workers, they're not going to get paid. You know what I'm saying? SNAP benefits is opening up a whole can of worms, because people are realizing people aren't taking advantage of the SNAP benefits. Some we're going to talk about later, so I'll save that. But it's a lot of opening up right now, and so this is good for New York. You know what I'm saying? Having a person of Muslim religious descent is going to throw shockwaves. For them showing that the Democrats didn't have his back is a whole nother thing. So I think this is pretty good for New York. This is pretty good for New York.
And I think that like with that being it's great to talk about it because it's never happened. But then you have guys who come out and say, they showed how they're basically showing pictures of Mamdani as an airplane, and they showed New York as the towers, and then they're gonna say New York asked for it this time in the picture.
Yeah,
it's crazy to me that they're doing stuff like this. This is what they're turning this into. We all can see it. It becomes
that's fine.
If you can't get them through facts, you get them through tropes. Through racist tropes. This is a regular thing that goes on within our country, because they understand there's an element within our country that they're going to speak to. They know this already. There's an element within our country that they're going to be able to say, hey, it's okay. Hey, vote your skin tone, vote your conscience. You know what I mean? Like this is what they're going to come with. We all know this already. This is not new.
They did that on the last election. Look at them all right now.
All right, trust me, I see it.
Kicking themselves in the ass.
I mean, half of them, at the end of the day, man.
You
think they're mad about it?
We talk about it. We uncovered what was really going on here on the internet. 49, there was a sim. Remember, you asked me, hey, find an article that made it real. And I was like, it's a real article. They uncovered this mass thing where it's like they had basically all these phones, and they're assimilating 49 million users on the internet that were just all pro-Trump. And as you see, it's not the bots aren't there now. There's not a whole lot of them. And you can tell the tide has changed. They're like, you're not seeing all this extra hate online because they got rid of the bots. Not everybody agrees with all this stuff.
It's
not everybody
strange.
think about it, like people, you have to understand, people that live in rural areas, right? They get food stamps. They also get Obama phones, is what they call them. No, Obama phones ain't working either. You know what I'm saying? You get Wi-Fi, you get internet through that. You know what I'm saying? You get your cable and stuff all through these government subsidies. They don't have anything. I've seen their town halls. They're like, look, we voted for all this stuff, and now you're making us vote to take it away. You know what I'm saying? Like, you see people like, look, we're farmers. You're hurting us. You know what I'm saying?
We got to stop saying, at some point in time, I think we should change. This is not the same, because I say government subsidies as well, but they're not really. The government's not doing any of this. We are the people. We are subsidizing this. The government is just a conduit to disperse it. That's all it is. These are not government subsidies. This is our money. This is our money. So whatever they're taking from us, they're taking from us. They're not taking, there's not some inanimate government printing this money, which there is, the government does, they do print the money, as far as, but there's not them just printing out of nowhere. They're printing off the backs of the people, knowing that, if there is a debt, the people will pay it, because there's people here working to be able to pay that debt. Go ahead.
And I mean, Mamdani, shout out to him, because something has to be better than the government just squeezing us.
Absolutely.
At all times, because that's what they're doing to us. So shout out to him, Mamdani. Hopefully it works out for him. Tomorrow's going to be a crazy day, or today's going to be a crazy day when you see this, because the hate's going to come, because that's all they got left.
Absolutely.